Alright, so the WTA Finals draw and the groups for the in the draw ceremony have just been decided. It's a very interesting couple of groups. Let's go have a look at who's in what group and also what the head-to-head is against each player in their selected groups. So the purple and the orange group. We're going to start with the purple group, and Sabalenka. She has drawn Paolini, Rybakina, and Zheng. So that will be the purple group with those 4 players involved. Pretty interesting draw. She has got a good record against Paolini, an even record against Paolini, 2-2 when it's Paolini versus Sabalenka. Rybakina versus Sabalenka is 6-3 in favor of Sabalenka, but they've had some epics over the time. And then against Zheng, she's 4-0. However, the last match she did play against Zheng was a 3-setter in Wuhan. So a couple of tough matches there against those players in her group, Sabalenka. Paolini, she obviously has an even record against Sabalenka, 2-2. Against Rybakina, she has got also a 2-2 record against Rybakina. She did beat her at the French Open. And then against Zheng, she is 0-3, including a loss in Wuhan a couple of weeks ago. So I guess the Zheng match is probably Paolini's worst nightmare out of the bunch, but she does have some wins over the other 2 big names. Rybakina, against Sabalenka, her record is 3-6, including that close match in Madrid earlier in the season. Against Paolini, we just mentioned it, 2-2, including a loss last match they played in Roland Garros. And then against Rybakina and Zheng, it's 2-0 in favor of Rybakina, but haven't played for over a year. And then Zheng against Sabalenka is 0-4, probably the worst opponent out of the bunch for her. Against Paolini, she's 3-0, so you'd expect her to win that one, considering they just played a couple of weeks ago with Zheng getting the win. And then against Rybakina, like I said, it's 0-2 in favor of Rybakina, but they haven't played over a year, and Zheng has been really good over the last couple of months, where Rybakina hasn't played much since Wimbledon. Orange group, we've got Swiatek, we've got Gauff, Pegula, Krejcikova. This could be the more even of the group, because we just don't know what Swiatek's going to look like, because we haven't seen her for so long, and Krejcikova, we don't even know if she's going to play. And if she does play, she could roll heads. Swiatek's record against Gauff is 11-1, including a French Open match that they played this year with Swiatek getting the win. Against Pegula, it's 6-4 in favor of Swiatek, but at the US Open, Pegula got the win, so some recent confidence for Pegula in that matchup. And then against Krejcikova, it's 2-0, but they haven't played since Dubai last year, where Krejcikova went on that amazing run. So it's been a while since they've played, but like I said, if Krejcikova's playing well, it's going to be really scary for everybody in this WTA final. Gauff against Swiatek, 1-11. She's going to have to really perform well, but like I said, Swiatek hasn't played lately, so you know, if Gauff's going to have a chance against Swiatek, maybe this week is the week, being the fact that she's played really well, Gauff, over the last couple of weeks, where Swiatek hasn't been around. Against Pegula, it's 1 win, 4 losses. That's going to be a tough one. And then against Krejcikova for Gauff, it is 0-1 in favor of Krejcikova, but that was only 3 years ago at the French Open in 2021, where Krejcikova ended up winning the title. So they haven't played for a long time. So it's going to be tough for Gauff to get out of this group, because Pegula and Swiatek have such a good record against her, and if Krejcikova is healthy, we know how good she can be. Pegula, when she plays Swiatek, it is 4-6, but remember, Pegula did win their last match at the US Open a couple of months ago. Against Gauff, it's 4-1 in favor of Pegula, so she would like in that matchup. And against Krejcikova, it's 1-1, but they haven't played since Dubai last year, so Pegula will like a chance against Krejcikova as well. So I'll be honest, I wouldn't be surprised if Pegula goes 3-0 in the group. I mean, she could beat Swiatek, Gauff, and Krejcikova, especially the way she's been playing over the last couple of months since Wimbledon. You know, she won Canada, she made the Cincy final, she made the final of the US Open, she has a winning record against pretty much a couple of these names, or at least against Gauff is a good record, who's probably the more informed player in this section based on the last couple of weeks. So I don't know. I could see Pegula going 3-0 potentially in this group. And Krejcikova, who has been injured lately. We don't even know if she's going to play, but at this stage, she is in the tournament. Against Swiatek, it's 2-0, including that match they played in Dubai last year, which was when Krejcikova won the title against Swiatek in the final. That's going to be interesting to see how that match looks. Against Gauff, it's 1-0, but like I said, it was the match they played at the French Open 3 years ago. Gauff's a better player than she was back then. And against Pegula, it's also 1-1, with their last match being back in Dubai when Krejcikova was on a tear. So I don't know if Krejcikova is going to even play all her matches, because we know she's coming in with an injury, but also, I mean, if she does, she might go 0-3, right? She's going to have a tough match against everybody involved in this group. But top 2 get to the semis. Remember, that's how it works. Very interesting groups. I feel like there's no bad matchups. I mean, maybe, like I said, Krejcikova's, injury or her health is probably a concern, and if she's not up to scratch, she's probably not going to be able to beat many or any of those players in her group if she's not 100%. Paolini's got a tough group, but we know how tough she is. You know, she has beaten both Sabalenka and Rybakina in her group before, so maybe she's not as much of the underdog in her group as we expect. But that's the groups. Let me know down in the comments below if you're watching this video later who is going to win the WTA Finals. I'm still backing Sabalenka. I mean, how can you not? She's been playing so well lately. She's the #1 in the world. She wants us finish this year at #1. She let it slip this time last year in the WTA Finals, gave it back to Swiatek. I'm sure she doesn't want to make that mistake twice, but there it is. WTA Finals starts on Saturday.